I knew nothing about water polo, and I just started doing it because my friend wanted to do it, and I ended up really liking it because it's rough, you know, and it's not something everyone does, and it's fun, and I ended up being a pretty good swimmer and fast and strong, so it just kind of worked out for me. Hi, my name is Melissa Wall, and I'm a sophomore here at Sac City. I play water polo. Usually when I played water polo, our coaches just kind of flung me in the pool and said, go for it, you know, do whatever you want. And this coach actually takes the time to break it down, show you techniques, and teach you new strategies. And I feel like it's really improved my playing a lot, having somebody take the time to explain everything to me, you know. So, well, besides every game, I get my mouth busted open almost every single game, but I think the worst thing was getting elbowed in my nose right here, and then it would crack. Every time you touch it, it would just crack. But that's about it. I haven't really had any major injuries.
She is a tremendous person. She has a lot on her plate. She's made a conscious decision to go back to school and get her nursing degree, all while being a great mom. And I think it's an opportunity for her to show her son, Riley, you know, what it is to dedicate yourself to sport, school, and so forth.
I juggle water polo, going to school full-time, and being a mom. And it gets quite difficult sometimes. It's either I don't come and stay home with my son, or I come and I bring him and let him hang out, because we need as much practice time as we can get. So I think he's a little lenient with the fact that I bring my son, and he's family oriented, so he understands that I need to bring my son.
Riley Markle. Trey.
I think he has a good time. You know, we get to come here. I bring him on Mondays and Wednesdays, and he comes and hangs out, and he likes it, and he has fun, and you know, everyone's always messing and playing with him, and I think it's good for him. It shows him, you know, different crowd of people. Try to make him a little more sociable because he's pretty shy. But he does okay. He has a good time, and he likes to watch, and I don't know, he just kind of hangs out.
I encouraged her to bring Riley to our practices, and she was reluctant at first, but she didn't want to pass on the responsibility of watching after Riley on to anybody else, and I encouraged her to do so because I knew Riley would enjoy it and have a good time in the pool area. Originally it was kind of a challenge for her to kind of like let go of her parenting responsibility and become an athlete. The compromise was well worth it because I think in the end we would have lost her as an athlete on our team. Yeah, that was an accommodation that we made for her.
He doesn't care. I like how Steve's very optimistic all the time. We definitely don't win every game, so he's really good at being a motivational, inspirational, upbeat guy when it comes to winning and losing and trying, and so I like that about him, always encouraging us to do better.
One of the positive things that I'd like to share about Melissa, one of the ways I like to close out every practice is I like to bring the group together. We kind of talk about what the plan is for the next day, but we also talk about good things. And so the good things are basically like what happened today that you want to share with the rest of your group that was good. And it doesn't have to be about the sport. It doesn't have to be about the practice. We're talking about things that they're going on in school, things that are happening at home and family, and so forth. And it's been like a nice place to kind of bond and bring people together and say, hey, you know, we're all people, and this is what brought us here, but we can share our good things with one another. And I think it's kind of a positive, upbeat way to finish the practice. And you know, and then I'll ask them if there's any needs that they have, and whether or not we can meet those needs. And you know, this is how the whole daycare thing got resolved and kind of came to fruition. Was like, this is a need, so how do we handle it? Is everybody going to be on board to, you know, taking their fair share? And everybody was on board with it. We'd rather have Melissa here than not here, and if Riley's here, we all will pitch in. You know, everyone's gonna, you know, take a quick look and check in where Riley is, and everybody's gonna be on board with this. You know, and it hasn't been a distraction at all, so that's been positive as well. But at the end of one of our first couple sessions, Melissa came up to me and she said, you know, I appreciate the way that you coach a whole bunch, and I think I've never had anybody that's invested themselves in kind of our whole life, and so that's reaffirming that we're kind of doing good work here.
Being a single mother and playing a sport is definitely a challenge, but I think it's worth it. You know, you get to come out and be part of that camaraderie, and I think it's good for your kids to be able to be involved and, you know, seeing their mom play on a team. It's hard, but I think it's definitely worth doing, and I would do it again.